I'm taking time to breathe, relax, explore, see, and experience life. Tune into my fantabulous voyage.
Hello, welcome back to my fantabulous voyage. Today I will be talking about learning Spanish. So, in the previous videos, I told you that I went to Mexico, and that here in Mexico, I started off in Playa del Carmen. And so, before I came to Mexico, I was like, yeah, I should learn Spanish. It just makes sense. I feel like it would make life easier. So that's what I started doing, like months in advance. I started learning Spanish and I started using like Duolingo. I did some stuff on YouTube, but primarily for me, what I did was I learned the words that I feel like I 100% needed to know. And yeah, that's my advice for anyone that's thinking about going to a country. Um, where you don't speak the primary language, while you're in the process of learning, you need to learn at least the main words, such as bathroom. So I know what bathroom is um, because I don't eat like chicken and pork and stuff like that. I really only eat like seafood. And so what I learned was fish. So I can say fish, uh, which is pescado in Espanol. And so whatever restaurant I go to, even if it's like, street food, or I'm in like a touristy area where they may or may not speak a lot of English, when I'm walking by, I'm gonna say pescado, like, do you have fish? If they say, and that's easy, yes or no. So I know if I want to stop or if I know if I want to go. So pescado, I know the things that I don't want or the things that I do want. I know how to say, without cheese. I know how to say, with or without milk. I know how to say the main things for me, that had to do with what would keep me from putting in more effort and before I figure out if you actually have what I want. So I don't want to just go into a restaurant and just sit down and then figure out that they don't have fish. So I'm like, what am I supposed to eat here? But there are things that I still can't eat, and people that are like me that um don't eat regular meat. I ain't gonna say regular. That don't eat meat. There are still things that maybe like some type of beans or something like that. There was even a place I went to that had like a burrito, like refried beans, some rice. I think it was like lettuce, some pico, um, maybe some kind of salsa or something, and a tortilla. That was good. Side note: about 4 hours later, I did not feel good. So maybe the beans had something in it because I had some rice the day before, and I was fine. The only thing different that I had was the beans. So maybe the beans had something in it. It's just, side note or lesson learned rather. So I know that. I also know bathroom. So if you are at the if you're at the airport, if you're in a restaurant, if you're anywhere, you want to make sure that you know where the bathroom is at. Oh, this is some easy ones that I think we all know that we should be learning, which is thank you, hello, goodbye, good morning. Um, I would say even nice to meet you, which is like mucho gusto, nice to meet you. And I know that some of the words that I say is not proper Spanish, but I feel like they appreciate a person that is trying to learn it as opposed to, yeah, I'm coming to your country and I want you to just cater to me and understand English, and all of that. So I think that they respect you more. And for me, it's a respect thing. If I'm coming to your country, I don't feel like that you need to 100% total cater to me. I should be doing more to try, to do what you do here. Because that's for me, that's part of the reason why I'm here, is to see your culture and to see how you do things differently than what I do. So yeah, for me, I feel like they appreciate it more. There are a lot of times when they are talking to me in Spanish and we're laughing and have a good time and I have no idea what they're saying. Like today, I was in a grocery store and there was a woman laughing. She even touched me on my arm because I was like, I felt like what she was saying was that I just saw you on the aisle next to me. Don't think I'm following you. We just going in the same direction. I feel like that's what she was saying. Do I have any idea? Absolutely not. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was all Spanish. So I personally let it ride. I didn't say I don't speak Espanol. I didn't say that because it was just a nice interaction to me. So yeah, you will have those, but a lot of times, I will say, Poquito Espanol, like I just speak a little Spanish. Or if I'm in a taxi or Uber, I will say, habla English. And they'll say, like, which is, do you speak English? Or, yeah, do you speak any English or speak English? And usually they say the same as me, like, Poquito or a small amount. But usually they speak more English than I speak Spanish. And we can usually have a conversation based on that, based on that small amount, depending on the person. A lot of places, especially in the tourist area, they will know a lot of English because they're trying to get you to come in and buy stuff. They're trying to get you to spend your money there with them. So if you're just walking by, I've heard a guy say, hey, soul sister, come in and look at what I have. You'll hear them say, oh, it's free to look. Like they sometimes say, funny things or what they think is funny to try to catch your attention and to get you to come in. So most places in those touristy areas will speak a lot of English. So yeah, so if there's something that you need, they can usually help you out. Sometimes they may not know, like, this one guy, I was in a store and we were talking and he understood everything. He asked me where was I from. So I told him, and I was trying to ask him where was he from, or he didn't understand what I was saying. So I'm doing all types of hand gestures to try to get him to understand what I'm saying, and he did not understand. And so, so he did not understand. But another thing, before I forget, that goes along with this story is that I also was trying to Google translating from English to Spanish because I use that a lot. That's going to become one of your best friends as well. Trying to Google words in English to figure out how to say it in Spanish. And so because I kind of mess up the Spanish words a lot, I would just show them my phone. And I'd be like, okay, here. And they'd be like, oh, okay. But that last story, there was no reception because we were closer to the back of the building. And, he still didn't understand. We actually had to go back out to the front to get him to understand. And so he was telling me that, I don't know if it's true or not. The point of me asking was because I was buying something and he was like, yeah, something about his family and the Mayans and how close they were or something like that. And so I think the point of the story was to tell me what I was buying was really authentic or, came from the Mayans. I think that's what he was trying to say. And that was the point of that. But anyway, so Google, you will use Google a lot. I actually downloaded the Google Translator app, and I feel like I can pull it up. And this is what it looks like. Let me put it up. Okay, so this is what it looks like. This is what I said to the Uber driver because I called him to come pick me up at Walmart. And so just to make it easy for me and for them, I will say, hey, I'm at the front of the store and this is what color shirt that I have on. Just to, make sure that they know who they're looking for. You're going to be here. As soon as you pull into the parking lot, to look for me with this color shirt on. If I have a hat on, I would say I have a hat on. And yeah, I just try to make it as easy as possible. So yes, so this is what it looks like. So as you can see, it says from English to Spanish. And also if I reverse it, it will say from Spanish to English. And here's where I would type it. So if I'm trying to find food on Uber Eats and I don't know what it means, so let's say I type in pescado, because that is Spanish. Yes, so it tells me it's fish. So this is what I use a lot, and it's the Google app, Google Translator app. Also, what I will use is, okay, so also if you look at the bottom, it says camera and microphone. So let me change it to English to Spanish. So this means that if I talk in English, that it would translate it to Spanish. So if I want to be lazy, and I ain't gonna say lazy, if I want to do it quickly, then I can just do this. Can you tell me how much it will cost? And you can either try to say these words, or you could just show them the phone like I do, and then they would definitely tell you. Bam, bam. Also, it lets you copy. See, I can just copy this and then put it back into my phone or in Uber. If I was doing it maybe to the Uber person, like you saw earlier, where I told them what color shirt I had on. So you can do that. Just copy it here, talk, copy, paste into the message on Uber apps. Bam, bam. So we have that. You can also do, it will let you scan. But I don't think I have anything in Spanish. Okay, so I don't think I have anything around in Spanish where I can show you the feature for the camera, but it's pretty easy. You can figure that out too. Next thing I want to show you is going to be Uber. I have more than one delivery app. It's just for me, I use Uber because I feel like most of them are the same, have the same things on them. And so since I already had Uber back in the US, I was like, let me just stick with Uber and Uber Eats and order food. But the fun part is translating. I'm trying to pull up the app so that you can see all the fun that I go through when I'm trying to find something to eat. So the first day I got in, it was just kind of late. I was like, oh, I'm hungry. I want something easy. I don't really care what it is. Let's just get some food. And I needed to be pescado. So I went to Uber and let me see. This, I don't know if you can actually see it. Yeah, so this is just, like what it would look like. And actually, let me type in pescado. And let me go to a place that supposedly sells fish. And I do say supposedly. Well, most of them will kind of sell fish, but it's not the fish that I'd be looking for. We'll go into that story at a later date. So if I want fish, this is what it says. So if anybody can translate this without having to look it up, feel free to help me. I need you on speed dial because I'm going back and forth to Google. I'm going to Google Translator. I'm like, what is all these words? There are certain words I can pick out of this, like, what is it? Frijoles, refritos. So I'm pretty sure it's like refried beans. Rice is arroz. As you heard me say, I don't know how to pronounce it. ARROZ. Salad looks like salad, kind of. It says ensalada. That salad. Tortillas you can make out. Let's see. Yeah, and all the other stuff I had to look up. So imagine going through an entire restaurant and doing that for every single thing. So here's something else. Here's some shrimp. All right. So Cameroon, I have no idea, people. This is shrimp. And if you can tell me what they say, feel free to let me know. I feel like it's kind of the same thing. So con means with. So with refried beans, rice, salad, tortillas. I feel like I ordered from this place and they did not give me tortillas. And I was looking forward to the tortillas because there's just a different taste. You know, when you're getting it from Mexico with somebody's mother or grandmother, but you know, I'm guessing somebody abuela was in the back making it with love. That's what it tastes like. It tastes really good. So for me, I just want to say, as you're learning, some things you just remember. So like con, I know is with, because there's some place, maybe like in the US when it's talking about like con queso. So con, that we know queso is cheese. So con means with cheese. So remember con means with cheese, and this is from like commercials or from something. And then you will see, let me put this on salad. I feel like there were other words that you hear from just TV or you just know, and you will be able to remember the words easier by just being like, oh, I remember I heard that on the TV. So let's see. Oh, other words that so those were the words that I made sure that I knew. And I did the Duolingo app. So I'll just show you what it looks like. That's what I was using to learn, to help me learn Spanish on a regular. It's Duolingo. And let's see. This is what it says. Select the correct image. El taxi, the suitcase, the phone. Which one does it mean? And so that's the thing, is that a lot of words sounds you know, just like US, or very similar to US. Passport is pasaporte. Suitcase, not necessarily. The phone is telefono. That sounds similar. So a lot of words you can just kind of guess and know what they are, because they sound just like the US, or very similar to the US, like, you know, reservation, reserva. You can kind of figure that out. Train is tran. So it really sounds the same, but that's what I was using to help me learn Spanish. So aeropuerto, that's going to be like words that you learn before you get here, and it'll be easy for you to figure it out. So yes, taxi, whatever it is that you eat and don't eat. Dinero, we know that's money. So how much, or to pay, you will be able to figure that out. What else? We talked about bathroom. Yeah, I think those are like the main words that I use. It has to do with food that I eat, don't eat, has to do with money, has to do with paying, it has to do with bathroom, although I rarely use the bathroom while I'm out. Like, I don't think I've ever used the bathroom while I'm out, but still, it's good to know. What else? I feel like those are just the main things that you learn. I wish I would have studied the numbers more, because when I'm buying something and I'm trying to figure out how much it is, I have no idea how much it is unless I kind of add it up in my head. ahead of time, and I kind of can guess what they're trying to say. Other than that, like either they'll have to get their calculator out, or if they know US or if they know English, they will try to say it in English, or yeah, mainly I feel like they will. Mainly, I feel like they get their calculator out and just point to the word, to the numbers on the calculator. So maybe like 312 or 156, however much it is. So I would say how much you owe me. I mean, how much I owe you. Actually, remember, not LaQuinta. If I can't remember how to say how much, I would just say dinero. That means money. So in my mind, if I say dinero, that means how much do I owe you? And they figure out what I'm trying to say. So after I say that, they will actually, know how much I should pay, and they will tell me. Also, you would need to know the Spanish language, because most places, that means businesses too, they're on WhatsApp. And so the way you will talk to them is through WhatsApp. And yeah, like the hotel, before I got there, they sent me a message on WhatsApp, and it was like, what time should we expect you? Luckily, this person talked good English, and so I was able to just talk back to them in English, and everything is fine. But there have been times where they do not speak English and they speak Spanish, and I would have to copy what they say, go to Google Translator, paste it. As far as like, this is Spanish, I need to understand what it is in English. So then I'll figure out what they were asking me in English, and then I would have to figure out what I'm going to say, type it or say it in Google Translator so that I can get the Spanish version of it, and then copy it, go back to WhatsApp, and then paste it in WhatsApp. Wait for them to reply in Spanish, and then go back to Google Translator. So yeah, so like it's a lot of back and forth with trying to look up words and what they mean. So that should help me with learning the Spanish, right? You should think so, right? So yeah, so they use WhatsApp a lot. Everybody use it a lot. What else? To get a taxi, you really can just walk to a main street and get a taxi, but they also use WhatsApp with taxis. Let me show you what I took a picture of. That I thought it was kind of cool. So I was in a taxi that the hotel called for me, and this is what was on the window. And it basically says, if you want a taxi, here are the WhatsApp telephone numbers that you can reach out to ask for a taxi. I don't think you can see it clear. Yeah. So it basically has 3 different phone numbers. Have I ever used it? I attempted to one time because I thought I could schedule a taxi to come, to be like, hey, come at 3 o'clock. But they were like, that's not how it works. You say you want a taxi, and we're going to be there ASAP, and we need you to be outside within a few minutes. And so they also said something else I didn't fully understand. It was all in Spanish, and I had trouble trying to translate it. But anyway, it was all in Spanish, and I feel like I didn't get some of it. So I was like, oh no. I was like, let me ask the people in the office to just order me a taxi. Actually, is that the time I just walked outside and it was like a taxi already? Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes I just be like, let me set this intention. I need a taxi. Hopefully it's one close by. And then I will walk outside and somebody's getting dropped off, and the taxi man is already there. I'm like, yes, thank you. And can I get a ride, please? So that has happened a couple of times. I think I'm trying to see, is there anything else as far as like language? Because yeah, that's gonna be that's all I can think about with the language portion. So yeah, I'm just trying to make sure there's nothing else I can think of. Yeah, so learn Spanish words, learn the words that would be important to you. So if what's important to you is swimming or beach or golf or bars or beer. Learn those things that are important to you. And I learned those things ahead of time. Even if you don't learn it as a full sentence, learn the main words of it so people will understand what you're trying to say. And they don't mind helping either. So yeah, learn those main things. And for me, I'm still in the process of learning. I kind of know a full sentence, but it's just like when you get there in the moment and they be like, something, something banyo. And I was like, what is banyo? What is banyo? And I know what bathroom is. Like, it just went over my head. And the woman was like, Dundee is something. And I was like, what is Dundee? Dundee is where? Like, I know these things, but when you get in the moment, it's like, I don't know. I don't want to say I freeze up, but I think I'm overthinking it or something. And so, yeah, I think the more comfortable I get, the better that I will get with it. But that's going to be it for today. That's all I have for learning this Espanol. I think do your best, use Google Translator, and you'll be fine. Really. So that's going to be it. Thank you for watching my fantabulous voyage, and I will talk to you next time.